Well, Craig, a big week to come. It all starts here tomorrow night against Turkey. Would you say this is your biggest test so far? And if so, why is that?
Really excited. Really looking forward to this because it's a brilliant test. Players have been here before because obviously the last campaign as well, so they're quite familiar with each other, and it just adds to it as well because the players know what to expect. And you know, I've been here as well as a player, so it's a great and I mean this, it's a great honour when you come to these countries because their passion for the game, the support will be big. First 10-15 minutes will be really big. We have to try and control the situation as much as we can, but when the game settles down, that's going to be exciting to see what we're able to do.
In terms of Turkey, what have you seen from them in this campaign that's impressed you, or what do you need to be wary of when your players are out on the pitch tomorrow night?
Look, I followed a lot of them, especially their last campaign because obviously we're familiar with them, with Wales. Watched them in the Euros, had a real good look at them. Seen a lot of similar aspects to the game. They haven't changed as much since the first time we played them. Brilliant players, really talented group of footballers, but like all teams, they have deficiencies, they have weaknesses, and it's up for us. It's there for us to be able to exploit that, and we'll see where we are on the day. And that's really what it is. It's been a great week training-wise. 4 games has been really exceptional, and these 2 games, you know, starting with this one tomorrow, allows us to see where we are, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And that's the honest truth. I'm not going to say here we expect to win, we expect to lose, or expect to draw. I want to see what we are with the ball and without the ball, and can we take it to places like Turkey. And that's really what I'm concentrating on.
Just to go back to Turkey quickly, when you think of that game against Iceland, obviously 2 late goals. They're a team, there's a ruthlessness about them. They will punish you. How important is it that that's in the back of your minds tomorrow night?
I've never played against a good team that didn't have that. You wouldn't be a good team if you couldn't. That's the honest truth. You have to have that in your team, and they've been able to have that. They just due to the profiles I just mentioned as well. They have quality. Now we have to respect that, of course. In order to respect that as well, we have to be aggressive without the ball, and that doesn't mean I'm not into the aggressive side of where people have to kick it. That's not what I'm talking about. It's about, are we working for each other? Are we pressing at the right time? Are we keeping our line high? Are we connected from the forward to the back? Are we making the space compact and narrow? Makes it difficult then for players to find those gaps, and we have to do that 90 odd plus minutes against a team like this. So your concentration really has to be at the highest order. We've shown we can do that. We've done that already, but can we do that coming away from home in an arena like this against an opposition like this? That's the test, and that's the part that leaves you excited.
You mentioned it's been a good few days training. A few players I do want to mention that are on fire for their clubs at the moment. Obviously Harry Wilson, Brennan, you've had Dan James come back into the squad for the first time under you as well. When you've got those kind of players in brilliant form for their clubs, what do you think that does in terms of the group, in terms of motivation, in terms of confidence going into a game like this?
Of course it always helps. You want players on good form when they come to you, but I've got to be honest, I've not looked too far into it too much because the performances we've had from players who sometimes haven't been playing, don't forget just before this, Harry wasn't playing. And look at the performance he's been able to put in for Wales. You know, Sober hasn't been playing regularly, and the performances he's been able to put in for Wales. So sometimes it can work for you when sometimes players are not playing. It's like they come in fresh, they come in excited, they're ready to show, they've been waiting to play. So, you know, I try not to look too much into it. I still am a rookie, so I'm trying to find my way through that. Of course, like I just said, I'd like players playing week in, week out, but I don't control that. But what we can control is how we prepare for the opposition and what condition we have the players in for when we're ready to play. And so far, the players maybe that haven't been playing those type of games or the volume of games that maybe they would like as well, they've been outstanding for us when we played.
Finally, Craig, in terms of the result tomorrow night as well, it could have a big impact on the outlook of this group, also looking ahead next year to the World Cup qualifiers. Is that something that's been discussed at all this week?
No, I'd love to say it has, but it really hasn't. Honestly, I just want the performance. Now, do I believe that could get you a result? Of course. But the performance it's everything for us. Now, we able to get on the ball, we're able to play our game. Now, that is and that's with and without the ball. That's the most important. That is the most important. And what happens on the day, what happens on reflection of the group, I believe whatever the scenario will be coming into the future, if we're able to be positive here today and tomorrow, it will put us in a real good position for the next number of games we have then.